It's the real Zaki, and we're back with another video. As you guys could tell, we're gonna be having some crazy content. 6 biggest mistakes that the Aliexpress dropshipping mistakes that new sellers usually make. If you're new to the channel and you're definitely gonna enjoy this video, drop a subscribe. I always say drop a subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. You know what I mean. Definitely hit the notification bell and drop a thumbs up. We're here today talking about 6 mistakes that new sellers, beginners will make and definitely could save you some time, money, and effort. Number 1, mistaking Aliexpress for a person, one whole platform. It's a search engine. That's one thing a lot of you guys need to understand. It is not a person. It is not one supplier. It is not one whole big supplier. It's an eBay Chinese made products, right? Where people wholesale products as individual pieces. Aliexpress is different than Alibaba. People get those mistakes. Alibaba is a bulk and wholesale business, where Aliexpress is individual pieced products, right? It is a bunch of sellers that go to the platform and post the products that they have and sell them as individual parcels across the world and across their own country. So number two, not communicating with your supplier. For the person that has a majority control over your business, over the packaging, over the customer experience, I think it is quite odd and quite surprising that you wouldn't at least communicate with the person, giving them your hard-earned money, because you had to do all the work to sell the product. They only had to fulfill the part. You'll definitely be making the markup, but they're definitely selling. If they're selling it for $2, trust me, they make it for 10 cents. Maybe not as much as you are if you're buying it for $2, selling it for 15, or selling it for $9.95 shipping, free plus shipping. You want to have a good relationship with the supplier, because when you order the product, there goes your communication with the customer. The second you order the product, the supplier has all control over the customer experience. If it's going to arrive in a plastic Walmart bag, or if it's going to arrive in a nice customized or maybe even nice packaged e-packet bag, right? The experience in itself, if it's going to be an in good shape product, you want to communicate with the supplier and have a good standing relationship with them before you start sending a lot of orders that way. Because if you want to build their business, make sure that they understand that they have to help you build your business. So number 3, making too many orders in one day. Big issue that a lot of people have. Aliexpress blocked my card. It's either Aliexpress or your bank blocks your card, right? The address on your debit card, your credit card, or whatever you're purchasing with. It doesn't match the shipping address that your card is connected to. So this automatically sets a red flag on Aliexpress's server, and definitely a red flag on your bank server, because it definitely has some fraudulent activity. So when you do get blocked, which is bound to happen if you're making sales, do you want to communicate with your bank? You want to find out if it's Aliexpress or your bank, so you'll get an email from either your bank or Aliexpress when your last purchase gets declined. So if it is Aliexpress, you want to make sure that you do not go through their online processing. You want to make sure that you give them a call as soon as you can, and go through all the verification on the phone call. Because if you don't, it will take weeks, maybe even days, maybe even weeks, right, to get approved. If you're on the phone, they're going to have some incentive to get you fixed up. If it's your bank, they're just going to ask you what you're doing, why you're doing it, and they're going to probably recommend you and try to sell you a business account, since you're saying that it's in a business and all that type of jazz. So it's a real quick issue that could get fixed, but definitely be prepared for it, and don't be surprised and panic when it starts to happen. So number 4, switching suppliers. You don't find the right supplier, not doing your research, finding the best supplier because you just found the cheapest. Sometimes the cheapest doesn't mean it's the best, right? As you guys know, you get what you pay for. That's something I firmly believe in, and I think a lot of you guys may have found out over the years. I found out if I buy some $5 headphones, or if I buy some $20 Apple headphones, I know what I'm getting because I'm paying for it. So when you see a product that goes for $2 and you find it on Aliexpress for 50 cents, you buy it on Aliexpress, and then you get an email 2 weeks later from your customer saying they never received the product. You've shipped out maybe 10, 20 of them. You're 2 weeks behind. You get 10, 15 emails that they never received the product. Now you try to go message the Aliexpress supplier. He doesn't respond. You want to make sure that they reach the standards that you've set. They don't have to deal with customer support. They're wholesaling. All they have to do is make that initial sale. The second that 50 cents hits his account, he's cool because he made that product for 5 cents, because of course he's making his margin, but then he's good to go, right? Sometimes the cheapest isn't the best, and you definitely want to make sure you're not getting charged outrageous prices, right? Number 5, when you're using Aliexpress, supplier that you're using offers e-packet. E-packet is 10 to 14 days when it usually should be 8, 9 days, because it all depends on the supplier and when they ship out the product. Which, when I say, as earlier you guys, as I mentioned, communicating with the supplier is definitely a key point and key aspect in all of it. You build a relationship with them and you tell them that I'm going to be doing X amount of sales, they're definitely going to want to help your business grow because you're helping their business grow, right? So let's say you have a good enough relationship, you're doing about 20 to 30 orders a day. There's a point, I reached suppliers, actually VAs handle this, where they export all of my orders and they send the Excel file to my supplier, and my supplier fulfills them, sends me a bill at the end of the week or whatever it may be, and I pay him paid based on that bill, right? On my dropshipping businesses, and it's pretty much extracted, build a relationship. This is a long-term game, especially in dropshipping. You guys see it as not a legitimate business, but it's definitely a legitimate business. You definitely don't want to go with the regular shipping, even though it's a lot cheaper. You want to run away from cheap sometimes because it's 30 to 40 days, which will cripple your business, and you will get a lot of chargebacks. When it comes to chargebacks, you will get a $15 fee on top of the product cost, right? A $15 fee. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. So number 6, what's big? Number 6, the final piece of AliExpress. First started out, I would put my name on the product, like when you're shipping it out, right? They would add the shipping slip, right? So sometimes you want to let them know that they want to take out the shipping information because it'll have your name on it and the product price and all that type of good jazz. Customer receives the product, they'll open up the package, they're all excited, they're cool. It came in a crappy package, they're cool with it. They waited about 10, 12 days, maybe 14 sometimes. Kind of irritated, but it's finally here. But when they opened the package, they paid $19.99 for the package and the product in itself, let it be a chew toy for a dog, and it only costed the supplier, the company, dogworld.com, only $2.99. That could probably be the biggest irritation. I'd be pretty mad if I found out that I just paid $20 for something that cost $2.99, and I'd feel like I got scammed, which they'll report immediately. And you'll get a bunch of chargebacks when you start to lose money. So they take away the $19.99, and on top of the $15 that you just paid, on top of what you paid for the product in itself with the e-pack and all that stuff, like you just lost $20 instead of making $14 in the whole process. A majority of the mistakes come down to communicating with the supplier, definitely having a firm relationship, and letting them know what you're looking for and the basis standard of business and etiquette that you're looking for in your business, right? As me personally, I'm moving over and have moved a majority of the business to US sellers and US suppliers and US fulfillment. It definitely is a lot more pricey, but it is a level that you guys will all eventually reach when the price isn't really an issue and customer satisfaction is the #1 goal, which right now in scaling, when I want to reach $1 million a month actually in 2018, revenue, not profit, revenue. That's definitely the 6 biggest mistakes and the most annoying and hurtful mistakes that I personally made. It was really tough to start out. With knowing these, you guys will definitely move a lot faster and go tenfold. If you guys enjoyed that content, definitely drop a thumbs up, definitely hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button. You don't really have to if you don't want to, because you guys are the realest for watching anyway. So let's get right to it. We'll be back tomorrow with another video. Let's get it.